I would probably say like to stop expecting so much from people in a
Okay.
way,
Okay.
or like just stop expecting like yourself or like the qualities you carry or like how you were brought up from other people. You know what I mean? It's like the way you were brought up or the way you see the world is definitely different from like the way another person sees the world.
Yeah.
So when it comes to like relationships and stuff, I feel like that's like one of the biggest lessons, like relationships, friendships, just like everything. Like stop just expecting someone to just have all the good qualities that you have, or like stop expecting that if you act a certain way, someone's going to treat you a certain way. You know what I mean? Like a transactional kind of stuff.
Yeah. All right. Welcome to another video on Think Twice. Today's guest is called Camille.
Hello.
Longtime friend that I've known since probably my first year at university. So before we get into the questions that I have for Camille, we'll let Camille introduce herself.
Oh.
And then we'll get
the introduction.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm Camille. I'm 24. I just graduated from St. Mary's. And right now I work full-time at a school, an elementary school, as like a language assistant, whatever, but that's just the basics. I'm originally from Cameroon, and I've been living in Halifax for about 7 going to 8 years now, roughly.
Well, originally you used to live in Montreal, right? And then you moved here?
I lived in Montreal for like 6 months, so it was very short.
Okay, so from Cameroon, Montreal, and then Montreal here.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much.
All right, so we're going to get into the questions that I have for Camille. First one is describe yourself in 3 words and why those 3 words. So let's start with the first word. How would you describe Camille?
The first one I'm going to use is probably optimistic.
Okay.
I feel like I always try to see the good side of things.
Okay.
I'll consider myself someone that doesn't really let like situations, no matter how bad they look, like put me down or like keep me down. I always try to see a positive.
Okay.
Even so far as people are concerned too, I always try to like see the positive and just be optimistic and not so much like, you know what I mean? Yeah, okay. Exactly. That's the best way. Not negative. I would say I'm more like a optimistic person.
Okay.
I also say I'm goal driven.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like I'm the kind of person that if I want something, I will do what it takes to get it or to get to it. Like I'm very like motivated for like the things I want to accomplish, and I don't let anything around me distract me for too long.
That's good. That's a good quality. Yeah.
Distract me for too long when it comes to like getting to where I want to be and getting to what I want to achieve. Okay. And the next one.
Last one, yeah.
I'm definitely that person that's like honest, no matter how it could come across. Yeah. You know, I'm like I'm just straightforward and like honest, and not in a way that I would like want to hurt someone's feelings, but in a way like I feel like honesty is the best policy. It is, and sometimes just the best thing to do to just be straightforward, honest, and I think that's the quality that I admire in myself.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. So we have honesty, we have goal-driven, and we have optimistic. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah. Okay. All right. Our next question is, what was Camille like as a child? What were you like growing up?
I was a very shy child.
Yeah, I feel like you're still shy to a certain extent.
Yeah, but I used to be more shy. Yeah. Like I feel like I am still shy sometimes.
Yeah, I think so too.
But I used to be even more shy. Like I would just want to just crawl in like a little hole and like let no one see me. You know, I just wanted to make myself as small as possible. Yeah, so I was very shy, very afraid.
Okay. Of what mainly?
I feel like most of it came from like going to boarding school and stuff.
Okay.
So that brought like a lot of like fear into me growing up from that point. I think mainly because it's like a sense of abandonment at first when it first happens, you know, you're like 8, 9, your parents drop you at the school and then they leave. You know, it's first like that fear of abandonment. Not fear, but like abandonment you feel. And then I feel like it grows over because you feel like scared to almost like be able to like survive or achieve things or do things by yourself. Like you have to figure life by yourself. At least that was my experience.
No, I agree with that. I think if I was to be dropped off to a boarding school, I feel like, okay, one, they want, you know, they just don't want to take care of me. Yeah. Two, now I have to grow up, you know, alone
and figure it out.
It makes sense.
Have to make their connections that will like benefit you by yourself as a child. Yeah. So I feel like that made me kind of stop being as shy, but I was still very shy in boarding school, which was hard because I was in a whole different city, and it wasn't like I was going to school with like people I went to like primary school with, or for example, so it was brand new for me. There was like absolutely no one that I knew from like a previous school, so it was new, so I felt very like closed off. So yeah, I would say like shy and just I didn't really want to deal with a lot of stuff. But at the same time, I feel like I was like confident too still. Okay. I was still like, I know I can do it, but it was still these feelings sometimes that would hold me back. I just had to grow out of it, and it turned out to like make me more independent. That's another quality. Another good one. Okay. Yes. That's a good one. Yeah. I should have said that one.
Okay. What is the best lesson life has taught you this far?
I would probably say like to stop expecting so much from people in a way. Okay. Or like just stop expecting like yourself or like the qualities you carry or like how you were brought up from other people, you know what I mean? It's like the way you were brought up or the way you see the world is definitely different from like the way another person sees the world. So when it comes to like relationships and stuff, I feel like that's like one of the biggest lessons, like relationships, friendships, just like everything. Like stop just expecting someone to just have all the good qualities that you have, or like stop expecting that if you act a certain way, someone's going to treat you a certain way. You know what I mean? Like a transactional kind of stuff. Some people are very projecting. Like some people project a lot. And so that's also something I had to like learn while growing up and stuff. That like a lot of the things or a lot of the ways people would treat me is no reflection of me, but rather most of the time a reflection of them, of probably what they are going through or probably what they have been through, or it's most of the time just projection. It has nothing to do with me as a person, and it's just a lesson I've been learning since I was younger, and every day I learn more about it because sometimes it's like it's harder to like comprehend.
That is true.
It's like a life lesson.
It is, you know? I agree because I think for the most part, many people they will just react. And you are that source of reaction. Like they will just put everything on reflect you. Everything on you, and try. You know, you have to learn not to take it personally.
That's it. And it's so hard.
It is hard.
Like,
it is hard.
Actually, be like, I did nothing wrong. It's not my fault. You know, I'm a good person. When that kind of thing is happening, you know. So it's like an ongoing lesson. It's a
continuous one. I agree. What are some of the values that you've retained from being a young girl to the woman that you've become now?
Values. That's a good one. Going back to kind of what we just talked about, like about the whole projecting, how people always projecting. So I had to learn how to be, how to love myself, how to be okay with who I am. Because it's hard, like especially when you're young, like people that you trust treat you a certain way or do certain things that can get into your mind and make you feel like you're not enough, or make you feel like there's something wrong with you, make you feel like you're different.
Yeah.
I had to be okay while growing up to, I wouldn't say different, but to not always fit in, you know? So that was like a good value that I had to learn, to not always conform to what is going on, to not always act how like everyone else is acting, because of course we all have like a little stage, so it all comes down to like people pleasing and stuff. Okay. So I had to get to a point where I had to be okay with not doing things the way people are doing it, and not care so much about what people think. And obviously that's also like a whole journey, because growing up when you're younger you just want to fit in and stuff. You just want to have friends, you want to get invited to stuff. So I feel like that was also like something I just had to learn, how to be okay with myself, how to love myself for me, and be okay with not getting along or with not everyone liking me. Especially being young, it was like I would take offense if someone was like, oh, I don't like her or something. I would take offense. I would be like, you know? Yeah. But I'm like, looking back, I'm like, why do I care if someone that doesn't even know me doesn't like me? You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's definitely one of the biggest values. Learn to like value myself as a person and not let what other things, or not just value people's opinions about me over me. And that like things don't like define me, or like surroundings don't define me.
What are 2 things you're currently working on to improve about yourself?
2 things. Okay, I know for one will be like being more patient, for sure. That's like my number one. Because I can be like very impatient. I can be very like you know, like, have you ever heard like the term that they use, like, what they say, microwave generation or something? No?
No.
It's like, I was watching something.
That's
like
interesting though.
Like
but it makes sense now,
yeah.
Now that I think about it.
Like a video that says like something. Yeah, it's like we want it right here, like the microwave generation.
Nice.
Or whatever. So I feel like I can relate to that.
Okay.
Because it's like, if I want something, I want it done right now. Like, I don't want to wait. I don't want like, because they do say like good things take time, but usually waiting is like most people's problem. They want it done right now. They want all the good stuff right now. So I feel like I have also struggled with that. Just being patient and just letting things work out at its timing. It's just hard usually, but I've been working on it. I feel like it's a continuous journey.
It is.
Another one, learning or like working on not like doubting myself.
Okay. Because
that's also another thing. Like, I mean, I won't speak for other people, but like I personally, I usually, you know, there's always like these voices in your head. I don't know if it's just me.
No,
you know,
okay. Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not crazy, I swear. You know, just the voices in your head that makes you doubt yourself, or makes you like worry too much, or feel like something is not going to come to pass. I just have to remind myself not to like doubt, or like be afraid, or just hold back, because doubt comes with like you holding back, you know, and you're like, oh, maybe I'm just making a fool of myself, let me not do it. So even though I know I have the potential, so definitely patience and learning, or not doubting my potential, who I am, you know, because I feel like it could be something good, you know.
Reflect on a time when life wasn't going your way. How did you overcome such an obstacle, and what did you learn about yourself?
Oh, that's a good one. The time life wasn't going my way, I would say like back to like boarding school days. I feel like that part of my life had a big impact, because it was like a few years of my life. And I would say things were not going my way because obviously, like, who wants the parents to send them away, you know? So, and I remember, I remember just, you know, I don't even want to say this.
Say it, man.
I just remember like crying to my parents that I don't want to go back and stuff. And they were still, you know, whatever, send me back. So that did have some trauma attached to it.
Yeah.
So I would say I had to get used to it because I had no choice.
Yeah.
I had to learn how to adapt to it eventually. I had to learn how to adapt to like making people like at school, like making family at school, basically making like close friends at school. When things don't work out or something is wrong, I can't just, you know, get up, get my phone and call mom and dad and be like, oh, this I need this. So I had to like adapt, you know, find a way to like fix it by myself, just get over it. So I feel like what I did learn about myself throughout that was that I am strong, and that I could basically get through everything.
Yeah, but that is true though. I agree.
No, because the school I went to, like,
hard,
and it was like PCSS. That's what it was called.
Okay.
It was called PCSS Boya, and it meant Presbyterian Comprehensive Secondary School. But we like changed the abbreviation to Prisoners Can Still Survive.
I say prison.
Because when you survive.
Wow.
Because when you survive that, like, it's like no one can even hurt your feelings at that point. Like you're like hard, like.
Wow. And you were there for
Nothing
7
matters.
years, eh?
Yeah, well, 6. I was going to like my 7th year before we moved here, and I was like, thank the Lord.
God. Wow.
But yeah, so it's literally like it definitely builds character. That's for sure. It makes you stronger. Oh. And yeah, it just makes you feel like you can really overcome everything because the worst have passed. Which is weird because I still get like dreams from like when I was boarding school and stuff. And it's to me those are like nightmares because that was just, and I feel like it's all like the trauma trying to come back. And I just wake up like so, like I just think of all the problems I have and I was over there and I couldn't get any help from my family, like the things I was lacking and like, you know, just goes back to like the abandonment, feeling so abandoned, like okay, you're just over there and they're over here, like the other kids at home, cozy. And made it such a way like when family members would like visit us, most of them would not get to see me. So when I get home, you'd be like, oh, this one came. I'm like, I wasn't here. Like I don't remember. So it's also that feeling of like missing out and stuff, being so far from home. Definitely, that was a big part of my life that I feel like I'll never forget. But at the same time, I feel like it made me stronger and it built character, and it made me believe in myself for the most part.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that. That was good. Yeah.
Thank you.
The next one is if there's one thing you could change about people, what would it be?
What? I don't know. I don't want to change people. Okay.
Let's say you group all your life experiences into one. All the experiences that you had with people, bad, good. If there's one thing you could change about everyone,
Okay.
Yeah, what would that
like
be?
Depending on
is it like more kindness? Is it more thoughtful? Is it people should be more selfish? Is it what would you change? What is one thing about people that you realize need to change?
I mean, definitely more kindness for sure. That will help the world a lot because I feel like it's a wicked world we live in. It's a wicked world and not everyone has good intentions. So I would definitely want to change people, like I would want people to have more genuine intentions, like in every aspect, like so far as like relationships goes, like any kind of relationship, like friendships, romantic relationships, like family. I feel like not everyone has genuine intentions, and I feel like some people most of the time just think about themselves, you know. Like you said, they're selfish. I feel like, yeah, some people should be more selfish, but I feel like especially in this world, like the Western world or whatever, people are very, like, it's very normal for people to be not so considerate of others, because there's like a very self-centered
it is
mentality, because back home it's so different. It's like they want you to like think about everyone to an extent, which is not good too. So it's like one end, and then like one end is all the way to the other end, and then the other. So back home it's a little exaggerated. It's like they want you to consider everyone's feelings, but sometimes that can also be toxic. You forget to think about yourself. You forget to think about your feelings. You forget to like put yourself first, which is still like, for you to be able to help others, you have to be in a good mental space too. You have to be good with yourself. And then over here, I feel like it's the other end of the spectrum where it's like overdone. It's like very self-centered, doesn't think about anyone else, very my way, which is still a good thing, but to a degree, you know. Because I feel like I had to learn to be more selfish, because I would think too much about how other people are feeling, or how other people take things, or how my actions will affect other people, even if it is the good thing for me to do, kind of stuff. You know, when you have like a decision to make, but you're thinking so much about how would this person feel, rather than this is about me, this is my life, and I know this is good for me. I feel like over time you also have to like heal from like the things, from the past, because most of the time it's deeper than what you think, where you can just stand alone and be alone and just be with your own thoughts. You know, you always gotta be doing something, be with this friend, be dating someone. And like I said, it's something I had to learn myself. So I feel like it's always like deeper that we think. It goes all the way back to maybe issues of abandonment, like what I was talking about. So you don't ever want to feel alone, because you felt alone before. So you hang on to like things that are not good for you, hang on to like people that are not good for you. So that's why it's like something deep within that you really have to heal from by yourself before you can be like, okay. Because sometimes, like you said, being alone is good. Standing on your own, standing on what you believe, and everything. It's a good thing. You know. What do you have to say about that?
I think I agree. I think for the most part, many people are just afraid to be alone, because they're so concerned about being accepted by other people. Well, at the end of the day, as long as you believe in yourself and you like yourself, that's like almost 90% of the way good. Like, the only other type of like love and attention you should be searching for is from family and yourself. The other thing is just extra, like friends. If you end up finding a partner in there, that's just all add-ons. It's not like what completes you. It's just
exactly. You need to be complete within yourself. First and foremost, not by no boyfriend or friends or like even family sometimes, because you do need to be full and complete within yourself, and not rely on your family, because family is like, it's like an entity, but like those different people in your family always have things they're going through personally themselves. So even rely on the family member for your happiness, even that is a little
not right.
So you need to be like your happiness needs to come from within first and foremost, and that's just how you can spread it out, and everything else with everyone else will be good, and that's how you can attract good things.
So if you could rewind time and go over those 4 years at university, what would you change?
What would I change? I feel like there's a few things.
That's it.
I'll probably change my approach.
Okay.
Because I started like very like I mean, everyone that starts like first year, no one really cares, like they don't really take it seriously. We're there to look cute, whatever. Meet new people, meet new people, make friends, get invited to parties. So we all have that stage. So I feel like starting off, it was a little bit like harder to be like focused and stuff. So I would definitely change that. I would like change my focus like from things that don't matter to like things that matter, kind of stuff. Because I feel like I was focused most of the time on the wrong things. It took me getting to like my third year to be like, okay, if I really want to get out here, I gotta be in the, you know that.
You told me about it, yeah.
You know, I gotta be on my Zoom, like they say. I had to like distance myself and be like, okay, I don't want to do this, but if I'm trying to graduate, I actually need to change. And actually, if I don't want to separate myself from people to study, I will have to do that. Because at the end of the day, I'm not like I wasn't there. Even if I didn't make a lot of friends, but like our parents usually say, you don't go to school to make friends.
Yeah,
it's not for friends.
They say that so many times to us.
And then it actually clicks. You're like, wait, they are right, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So it had to click at some point. Like, wait, I'm here for like this diploma. Like, what am I doing? This is this, and I'm like, you know, because everyone's journey is different. So I wasn't like rushing or anything, but it did take me an extra year, which I don't mind. But I feel like it would have taken like longer if I didn't have like a reality check by my third year and be like, okay, I need to
switch it up.
Yeah.
Do you think you made the most out of your time there? Was there?
I would say so.
You say so? Okay.
Yeah. I feel like I had like the university experience or whatever.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why towards like the end I was like, okay, I feel like
it's time to settle
down. It's time to be like, okay, like, because most things were not as fun to me and stuff, and I was like, I have a goal, and the goal is to like graduate by this time. So even the things I used to do rather than study, or like, I had to like stop doing that, and it was easy because I stopped enjoying it. And I was like, probably because it's already happened, like, what else is there to it? So yeah. Okay. If I could rewind too, I feel like I also like make more close relationships to like the professors.
Okay.
With my professor, because I didn't talk to my professors much.
You didn't go to like the one-on-ones and stuff like that, eh?
I literally walked right out of class, and that's it. See them next time. I mean, I met some relationships. You know, Mr. Jean-Jacques Defer.
The Cameroonian guy?
Oh no! Oh yeah, I don't know. Jean-Jacques something.
No.
You don't know? Or you didn't take any French classes?
No, I didn't take any French. No.
So maybe him, because I had like 3 classes with him, so he knew me, he knew my name and everything, whatnot. But like, it wasn't like I didn't really make like relationships. And I know, well, I knew when it was late that making those relationships would have served me right. Like when it comes to like applying for like masters and stuff and all that. But that's like one thing I did not know. I was just surfing around the whole school year, how many years. So if I could rewind, I would definitely make more close relationships with my professors. So it's just good advice for anyone that's starting out. Yeah, it's important. Yeah. Just let them know who you are. You know, ask questions. You know, go to their office, whatever. Just make them know that you're like passionate about it, so they know. And yeah, that could be good for your grades too. Yeah. So I learned. So that's something I learned like my last year, and I was doing good, but it was my final year. And I did do really good, so I feel like that's more, I was like interacting more. And definitely interacting more in class too. That's another way to like get seen and noticed by professors. Because, that's definitely important in the long run. Yeah. But me, I'm very like, is it shy? Not even shy, but like I just didn't care for the first few years. It's just like, whatever, like... just go to class, leave class, study on my own. Don't ask any questions if I'm having hard time. I won't bother. Yeah, it's important for sure to network, like they say. Not just even the professors, like even like, you know, the other people at the school, like the support workers, like the advisors. Yeah, because me, I never went to an advisor. I wish I did. I was just like, I got this. Like, I'll figure out what I need, do my courses by myself. And I feel like that all comes from like being hyper independent, just being like, I got it. Yeah. I've always gotten it. Like, I know what I'm doing. But you don't know. I don't always know what I'm doing. Yeah, no one always knows what they're doing.
Yeah, I think that's with a lot of people. We always think we're in control until there's that reality check. You, it had to be your third year. Some people, it's like literally their first year, first semester. You just flunk everything, they fail, and they're like, fuck, okay, I need to.
That was me.
Get my head straight.
My first semester, I was just, I wasn't getting anything. I wouldn't go to the advisors, and I was, I got it, but I failed. Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, you're right. It's once you get that reality check, that's when things start to make sense.
It's like, oh, okay, I don't got it. I need help, because we all do. That's why we're in university.
100%.
Like, you definitely need some help. No one knows everything, for sure.
Okay, last question. If you could give me one piece of advice, what would it be?
You want advice from me?
Yes, I do.
Oh, just one?
Okay, give me a whole book.
Okay. Gotta give you the best of the best. Yes. Okay. Let's see. A piece of advice I will give you is to be open. To be open when it comes to like receiving different things, to like doing things that you would not usually do. Okay. Like something completely out of your comfort zone, something that you know deep down that you would have never done. Take life as it is, as it comes. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes, is that a good one? Is that good advice?
That is good. Yeah.
Because sometimes I feel like we are the ones that hold ourselves back more than anything, because we will try and blame it on people, on people's actions. But most of the times we are the ones that hold ourselves back.
That's good advice. Thank you.
So just lead with your heart.